I've been sitting here not saying a word, but I'm telling you right now, I'm calling bullshit on this.
Day playing, and she would look at him. She watched the show every day. She couldn't email, but this was her version of emailing. Every day she'd watch the show. And she did it because Daddy would take the item that she gave to him and have it on the show with him. And sometimes he would say, like, this is the item that my daughter gave me. Sometimes he wouldn't, just to see if she was really watching. And so when he would come home, she would be like, Daddy, I saw the puppet on the show today. Daddy, I saw the moose on the show today. Daddy, you brought baby Buff on the show today? Like, so that was their little connection point of, and he loved it too, because it was a little piece of her that he could have with her on the show. But those little moments of...
I lost my grandfather in 2009, and I still cannot talk about sentimental things, or I will bawl my freaking eyes out. Now tell me how someone can lose their husband, the father of their 2 young babies, okay? And 15 days later, they're joking, they're laughing, they're having a great time, they're so excited about the future. When I lost my grandpa, I thought I lost my future. Don't give me that shit that she is just trying to cope, and that's her coping mechanism. Check out this video and see what you think. See if you see what I'm talking about.
Only group will continue to go on. All of his socials that God has blessed us with, the people who follow those socials will go on. Nothing is changing. But I want to preface, we're not awkward. We're not like weird. Cringy. We're not We're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing. And anyone who does that's like morbidly off.
Yeah, think?
So we have speeches that no one's heard of. We have interviews that no one's heard of. We have stuff from Korea and Japan that no one's heard of.
Podcasts.
So, I mean, in the words of my husband, buckle up, because there is a lot of content to be had, and we have so many amazing things down the pipeline that we are working on currently that will
unveil in due time.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm freaking talking about. I think it's odd. I think it's very odd behavior of a grieving widow. And I have never seen that before. And I'm 55 years old, so I've seen people lose their husband. I've seen people lose close family members, including myself. And that behavior is very off. Maybe I'm just being over emotional about this. I don't know. But what do you think about it? What do you think? Have you watched these videos? Tell me what you think about it in the comment section, because I'm telling you right now, I call bullshit.
Somebody asked me about Charlie Kirk's widow, and I was really blunt and straight up with you about it. I get a weird feeling. I got a really bad feeling from her. It's just a vibe. But I don't like what I've been seeing from the organization ever since Charlie was murdered. And last night, somebody asked me about Erika, the widow, in the super chats. And last night I said, I'm getting this vibe from her that she's very fake. The 2 speeches she's given, the public appearances, I said, I really don't like how the whole organization has been handling his death. It's gratuitous.
Is Erika Kirk a grieving widow, or is she simply playing the role as one? That is what is consuming my FYP right now, because we all saw what happened with Erika Kirk, and I guess you call it a funeral of Charlie? I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if there'd be pyrotechnics at mine, but maybe. I guess we'll find out someday. But, you can never tell somebody how to grieve. You can see maybe somebody who's not really crying, and you can't assume that they're not upset or just because they're not grieving the same way. But what we saw from her seemed more theatrical, and I've seen some people who are more involved in theater, movie shows, and things like that, and saying it was very performative and over the top, and people don't really act like that. And I have to say, yeah, it seemed a little far out there. All the hushed whispers that were caught on the microphone as she was being embraced by Donald Trump, and just the whole thing seemed a little much. So was Erika really the grieving widow? I'm sure she had some emotions over the passing of her husband, but is it what it seems on the surface? Are we to take that somebody who just lost their husband is now all of a sudden producing very few tears, very little emotion, is now in charge of Turning Point and seemingly taking over? I've even seen one person say, I expect her to be married to J.D. Vance in 2 years. So are you buying it? Is it real? Is it over the top? Or is it simply just fake?
Now, the Republicans are now questioning Erika Kirk. Why? My name is Rick. In today's video, we are going to talk about why Erika the widow, people think she's moving on so fast. We got a more video like this. Remember that credit goes to the owner of the video. I will come back with a comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it.
What you're looking at are two photos of Erika Kirk from her husband's memorial. Same person, same event, same photographer. But look closely. The rings on her hand are not consistent. In one photo, the G ring band is red. In the other, it's gold. The M ring, gold band in one shot, black in the other. And the stones distort so much that the M almost looks like an N. That doesn't happen. Jewelry doesn't change mid-event. And it's not just those photos. So many of the visuals from the memorial and the broader narrative show AI red flags. It's time to ask why media is flooding TV and social media with images that show clear signs of AI manipulation without any disclosure. I break all this down in my latest Substack. Link is in my bio.
When are people going to realize you just can't win with a liberal? They're going to hate you no matter what you do. Charlie Kirk's memorial was the other day. At the memorial, his wife Erika is up there giving a speech, and she's talking about how she forgives Charlie's killer. She essentially says, I forgive this man because that's what my faith teaches me to do. And what happens next? All of the lefties in the comment section start blasting her. The Oscar goes to, this is acting. Do people actually believe this? Something is off. Did she even love him? You just can't win with people like this. First they were saying, this is a time to unite. Lower the temperature. Don't respond with violence. We do that. His wife does that. Lowers the temperature, says, I forgive the killer. And then she gets attacked. People are calling her a fraud. But if she responds in an authentic way and has rage and anger, right? You're going to say the far right is violent. So there's nothing that we can do to appease you. So when people say, well, stop saying left versus right, it's divisive. Guys, we're not the ones who are divisive. It's about 25 to 50% of the liberals that are divisive. Not all of them, but 25 to 50% of their party is completely compromised by people that don't have a soul at this point. So to the people that aren't into politics or they're in the middle, I hope you see what's going on here and what the conservatives have been preaching about over the last 5 to 10 years. And to all the conservatives out there, continue to stay fierce, stay classy, and try to do the right thing.
So how have we gone from this?
That young man. I forgive him.
Which was the 21st of September, and now 7 days later, we get this.
Nothing is changing, but I want to preface, we're not awkward, we're not like weird, we're not cringe, we're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing, and anyone who does that's like morbidly off.
Hey, we're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now, so just tell the team and make sure that happens.
3 hours of this, 2 more hours of podcasting.
There is just something that just doesn't feel right. It feels wrong. It feels off. And I am trying so hard not to over-speculate, but it's hard when stuff like this has been put out to us. It's just not normal. It doesn't feel natural. I feel like we're watching a performance. It's almost like we're watching a movie unfold right in front of our eyes. And it's things like this that make me think that Charlie Kirk's assassination is so much bigger than we could ever imagine.
At the risk of making some folks a little bit angry, I wanted to extend a little bit from my last post and talk about the phenomenon that was the Charlie Kirk Memorial and Erika Kirk's speech regarding her late husband, and the spectacle of it, the fireworks, and what all that meant from a narcissistic perspective. And if there's anything to learn here from folks that are trying to spot what a narcissist looks like, and some of that evidence. And I think a lot of you have seen it. I know that I've seen quite a few TikToks that got stuck on my algorithm for a while. And one person after the next was saying, something feels off about all of this. It's just not right. And, she's, the way she's acting, there's no tears. It looks performative, all of those types of things, which are kind of harsh. She's obviously in, a very difficult situation, but at that same time, it is very, very curious how this could be happening. And one thing that I will step forward and say is that she is showing all the signs of narcissism. Narcissists really don't cry in an authentic way, except for times that, they feel abused, they're getting some kind of personal loss. From what I read, that's when they can express real emotions with crying. But they can perform if it serves their what they want to manipulate, what they want to create, or what ends that they can get from that. And this is kind of what's being seen here. You would think that there would be a connection with your husband and him dying, and that would create, some very harsh, authentic feelings, but they're really not there. It just shows to me the capacity of a narcissist and how different they are. There is a good example here, something to look out for when you see a narcissist in a situation where they should be distraught, when crying would be expected. This is one way to spot that particular situation. With Erika Kirk, she had other things that look a little bit narcissistic. Beauty pageant winner in Arizona. I think a PhD and a couple of other degrees. I mean, not want to knock all that, but if you look at it as a full package, and you look at kind of the reactions to her husband's death, there is a profile showing up here that is something that can be, observed and learned from. So something that I've been talking about a lot on my account is not being trapped, not finding yourself particularly married to a narcissist. So you've got to look. They can be very deceptive. They can be very, look very welcoming, and then turn out to be something very different. So everything that you can do to know what you're dealing with, the better. And that's part of the reason I've done this fairly risky post, because I think there is a good example here. Some people might disagree with me, but a good example of kind of how they operate. And when it doesn't feel right, that's probably something you should avoid.
Guys, after watching this video, it feels like there is something behind that is pushing her. I don't know. For me, I don't think you can lose your husband after 15 days. You starting saying how you are happy, there is many content left. You guys, you never seen. I'm about to release according to different social medias, and which is even really good, because many people loved him. They need to see his content. Yeah, that's the truth. But there is time even she laughed like as if nothing happened. Even she said, yeah, we are very excited. Can you imagine? No, we don't feel like we need her to always thinking about the husband. She feel like she need to feel normal, going out, chilling. But the problem is, in 15 days? Can you starting responding the way she's doing? No. For me, I don't think she's doing it in right way. But I'm not here to, to attack her as some people they are doing, because we have to respect. It's a family. She loved him. They used to know, guys. But it's crazy. Thank you guys for watching the video. Drop your comment. See you on another one. I love you guys.